Hi potatoes, my name is Aloja. Today we are going to watch Bricky's What is Warhammer 40K Timeline of 40K Lore video. I don't know much about Warhammer myself, except that everything is painful and everyone is suffering for some strange reason. But I'm very excited to find out and learn more about the lore. So, without further ado, let's go. Okay. Anyway, let's start this video. You're gonna watch the What is Warhammer 40K Timeline of 40K Lore video by Bricky. I know very little about Bricky, by the way. The only thing that I know about Bricky is that he makes Warhammer content and that he collabs with a lot of VTubers. That's all I know.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium exists the Empire of Man,
He looks kind of
backwards
stinky.
carcass of an empire comprised of many devoted forces, gigantic robot knights, religious machine cultists, and incredibly heavily armored women, most likely with...
Okay, thank you for the zoom in, Bricky. Thank you.
And one must know
oh my god,
what those abs taste like.
Taste like? Oh, oh, okay. It's a gamer sauce. Okay, I was not expecting that.
My gamer subs flavor is here.
Yo!
Sweet six-pack.
What does it taste like though?
A delicious and refreshing cherry pineapple
Cherry?
blend. Play
Pineapple?
the sound.
Oh, I don't like cherry.
Yes, my Bricky's official gamer subs flavor is here. Sweet six-pack.
Is it good, chat? I hate cherry drinks.
Mode, but also
but you know, sweet
six-packs
are pretty cold. So
it is light, it is
it's amazing.
And it's one of those things where you sip it and you go, not bad. And next thing you know, you are having your fourth refill the same day. And it is available.
Wait, isn't this stuff like
link in the description.
energy drinks?
Use code
basically,
for 10%
is that
off
not gonna give you like a heart attack if you drink like 4 of them?
But for everything you buy, and I'm not dumb.
Don't have a 4th refill, you'll die. Okay, I was about to say, like, this stuff is like caffeinated and all, right?
Six-pack flavor. You will get a Muscle Girl 32-ounce
Muscle Girl
completely for free.
Holy
there are
shit.
only a couple thousand of those shakers, so get it while supplies
these are probably
last.
gone, aren't they?
I cannot believe we finally
Can I still get my muscle mommy shaker? Or is it your over? Is it your over?
And damn straight does it track. Sweet
Long gone.
available now. Code Bricky, link in the description.
That's so sad. Okay, are we now gonna start with the Warhammering? It's very dark. Ooh, what's that?
The age of knowledge and enlightenment has ended.
Oh.
The age of
the Dark Ages, yo! We're back to the Dark Ages. Oh man.
Roughly 60 million years ago, there existed aliens.
Aliens.
And these aliens lived short, painful lives. They belonged to radiation-stricken worlds and often died of various cancers before the age
60
of
million
30.
years
These
before
aliens,
Earth?
The Necrontyr looked up to the stars and found extreme beings.
This dude has seen some shit. Look at that. Look at that face. He has seen some shit. He does not want to be here anymore. Oh, I'm so sorry, little Necrontyr, bro. Poor thing. Poor thing. In this universe, everyone has seen some shit, but this dude has seen the most shit, I think. He's like, I have seen the future, I don't want to be here anymore.
Tyr looked up to the stars and found extreme beings of real power.
Real power,
with the ability
as opposed to fake power.
The Old Ones of the galaxy.
Ooh.
They asked these Old Ones for help. Please cure us of our ailments. To which the Old Ones said,
no.
Piss off. So Necrontyr gathered together and did the sense.
No. No, we do not. Oh, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Damn, the ghosts really don't give a shit about us. Damn. Damn, that's so fucked up. That is actually so fucked up. Get your charity elsewhere. I will run a charity in here. Get out. Get out, beggar. Brokey.
Thing. They declared war upon these old beings and were promptly
Oh, they were
beaten
not
into
happy.
the dirt back
Okay,
to their
understandable.
short, painful lives.
Yeah,
In the world
yeah.
of Warhammer, there is a hell. This hell is not like you and I know it. It's more of an afterlife. A place where dead souls end up. This place has many names. The Imperium, the Sea of Souls, the Immaterium, and the Ether. But mostly, we just call it the Warp. While you and I know of hell as a place of horrors and punishment, the Warp isn't really that. Not in the beginning. It's energy, but the kind of energy formed from thought and soul. Psychic energy, where the dead souls of people end up in a place that is impossible to understand. No laws of reality exist.
Are we harnessing that mumbo jumbo energy somehow?
Something that can be braved easily. The Warp would be like sailing the ocean in a pirate movie. To jump from your ship would be certain death. To stay in the sea for too long on your boat could drive a man mad. And there are many dangerous things lurking in those depths. Yet, the sea is not evil. It simply is.
It is. It is just
there. Are more malevolent beings
never
in
mind.
those waters. Areas that you do not sail towards. This would be known as the realm of chaos. The realm of chaos exists in the Warp as a special area led by 3 chaos gods.
Chaos gods?
The god of combat, murder, and
he looks
slaughter,
angry.
with a pile of skulls taken in his name. Tzeentch.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh, he has a mouth in the belly.
Lies, schemes, and sorceries. And Nurgle. God
Nurgle.
Of rot, pestilence, and Genshin
He has a bit
impact.
of a Genshin impact? What?
Rot in the end. And Grandfather Nurgle is waiting.
What? What? Why is Genshin Impact in there? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Sorceries and Nurgle, god of rot, pestilence, and Genshin Impact.
Oh my god, you can't say that about Genshin Impact fans.
And Grandfather Nurgle is waiting for you with open arms. These gods ruled their respective realm in the Warp, sending their many followers against each other in the great game to be the most powerful of all the gods. So the Warp exists. Hell is real, parallel to our galaxy, with the realm of chaos and its gods fighting for control.
Is there a heaven?
There are also gods of real space.
Oh, that looks
gods
like Earth.
Of the normal world too. They're called Catan. And
Catan.
They eat stars.
Oh.
God
Wait,
stays
why?
in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created.
These star gods saw the plight of our poor Necrontyr and how the Old Ones cast them aside and said, you know what? You guys want immortality? Oh, we will make it happen. We are the gods of the tangible, of real space. We can give you
actual real space as opposed to the fake space of gods. Oh, what?
And turn them into robotic automaton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, eternal life.
And leaving a hollow shell of an intelligence left that is technically immortal.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's like a monkey's paw.
They turned their
yeah, you want to be immortal? Well,
on the Old Ones and hunted them to extinction. The Necrontyr, now the soulless, undying Necrons, got their wish at the price of their souls. But we can count the number of kind gods on an amputated hand. With time, the selfish star gods turned on each other, fighting one another for more chances at glory and power. With this, the leader of the Necrons, Zarek, the Silent King, the man who doomed his species when he accepted this deal, waited, planned, bide his time until he seized the perfect moment and turned his legions of undead citizens against the star gods. Gods cannot be killed, but they can be broken. So Zarek broke the star gods into thousands of pieces.
Is he imprisoning fucking God?
Taking their free will away as they did to them and sealed them away as basically Pokemon to be used as weapons in the future.
That's crazy.
Zarek them with his perfect memory, exiled himself for his sins, flying out to the darkness between galaxies to atone for what he had done. This entire situation, the genocide of the Old Ones and the rebellion of Zarek, will go down in history as the War in Heaven. It is the most brutal war the galaxy has ever seen and ever will see. This was a conflict that took an entire galaxy-spanning species and pitted them against gods that ate stars. The Necrons, rather crippled from, you know, the War in Heaven, decided to go to sleep in gigantic tomb worlds on various planets until the upstart species of the
that makes sense to me.
died out. And so turns out, when you have a war that lasts tens, hundreds of thousands of years and
people get
involves
tired?
the genociding of multiple species, the old ones of the galaxy, and the consumption of souls from an entire race, the warp gets a little wacky. You know,
you think?
if you had
Lots
a
of-
kiddie pool
lots
and
of
it was
souls
nice
in there.
and calm, Korn is over there splashing about, so you don't really go in that direction. Nurgle has explosive diarrhea, so you don't really go in that direction either. But you can still kind of get in the pool. The pool's still fine. Turns out, when you add a couple trillion souls to that kiddie pool,
That thing is gonna
it'll make the
overflow,
waves
yeah.
a little more turbulent. And turns out, a lot of them like to pick a side: Nurgle, Tzeentch, or Korn. So the once calmer warp, the once relaxing kiddie pool, has now been bloated. A million years of war will certainly make Korn, god of murder and slaughter,
Very
more
strong.
powerful. A
Yeah.
million years of war will probably make Tzeentch, god of deception and change, a little more powerful.
But
And
what about
good
Nurgle?
God, a million years of war will make Nurgle, god of decay, just the tiniest bit more powerful.
Oh, just a
Now,
tiny bit?
entering that kiddie
Damn.
pool is
What the
no
fuck,
longer
man?
fun, it's dangerous. The warp is now a problem. Hell is resembling hell a lot closer to what we imagined it originally.
Wait, is this like an actual picture of hell? Look, they have like floating tentacles with thorns, which is kind of horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Warp is fine. Let me get in on that. I don't think you should go to warp right now. I think maybe you should wait like another, I don't know, 100,000 years. Papa Nurgle loves everyone. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Nurgle seems the coolest of the three so far.
Is resembling hell a lot
That's where the
closer
Genshin
to what we
infectors are.
imagined it originally. The Sea of Souls and the Realm of Chaos are now intertwined. So who else to brave the galaxy than a species that won't need to deal with that?
Space elves. The Age of the Eldar. Oh, these are
The
just fancy
Eldar
schmancy
are
elves.
space elves. They have a lot of the traits that you probably think of when you think of elves. Tall, slender, pointy ears, bit more androgynous looking.
They have no
what
ears.
DeviantArt will tell you, and a bit
okay.
stronger on the emotional side. The old ones, as I mentioned, could create life, and when they were getting, you know, absolutely bodied by the Catan and the Necrons, they made some new races to try to help them. One of them was the Eldar. It didn't save them, but they're here now anyway. Oh, and also the orcs, but they're busy
It's the
right
Orcs
now.
of Decay. The bullies, right?
The Eldar are a particularly psychically powerful race.
They
so
look
they were
cool.
really adept at being able to handle the new turbulent warp of chaos and good at killing Necrons, hence why they went to sleep. Being psychically gifted is basically like being a wizard, but you get your wizard powers
Space
from
wizard.
hell. This is
Oh,
called
from hell,
being
okay.
a psyker. And basically, if you want to do cool wizard shit like lightning from your hands or reading someone's mind, you can do that, but you siphon the energy to do that from the warp. Luckily, the Eldar are very good at handling this without too many negative effects because, you know, summoning power from the Sea of Souls with the new Chaos friends can be a bit of an issue. But Eldar are pretty good at it. And you see what's really cool and also awful about Warhammer is that most developed species travel long, faster than light distances by going through that warp. They create a tear in
they go
reality
crazy?
to
They do that?
unreality and move through it. Faster than light travel? Cringe. We go through hell itself to deliver your packages. For those of you who play Minecraft, you know how the Nether is like a pocket dimension? So moving 10 spaces in the Nether is actually moving something like 1,000 in the real world. That's basically what warp travel is. Just much
makes
like in
sense
the
to me.
Nether, there are a lot of things that want to kill you. The Eldar
like the
found a way
souls
to
of
do
the
so
damned
in
and all.
between realities. Not regular reality, not the warp, something else, a purgatory of sorts,
Oh.
a fabricated psychic realm that allowed them to travel without fearing the negative effects of the warp. The Eldar were the perfect fit for the new galaxy, and they took it
The
with
cooler
open
galaxy.
arms and
Yeah.
pointy ears. The empire of the Eldar spread everywhere, and it spread all the way until now, the 21st century.
Oh,
That's
right now?
While you were watching NPC streams on TikTok, the space elves were ruling the galaxy, and they did so for quite a long period of time.
Oh, actual humans! Yo!
The 21st century came and went. Humanity grew and grew all under the nose of their elf overlords. At this time, humans advanced, your classic sci-fi style way. We began to expand, colonize our solar system,
We made
terraformed
anime.
our planets, created new and more powerful machines and
Oh, okay.
starships. The age of Terra, also
Ooh.
known as Earth, but we call it Terra here, was here and existed between the 21st century all the way until the 15th millennia. Not much is known about this time. Not much needs to be known. Humanity grew up, sought the stars. It's classic. Then
Yeah, and they meet anime girls. and other things.
came the years between 15,000 and 25,000, the age of technology, or to
Ooh.
some, the dark age of
Oh, the
technology.
AI
This is when
uprising.
humanity reached a new apex of technological understanding. When you think of sci-fi, there's a lot of things you can think of. Star Trek, maybe Star Wars style. You can go cyberpunk dystopian. The age of technology was deep sci-fi. Like
Deep
a
sci-fi, okay.
scientific prowess that fringed on magic. This is also when the
Ooh.
first ever
Oh,
psychers began
furries.
showing up in
Wait, no.
humanity. Individuals with the genetic mutation to be
Oh.
able to access the warp and then, because of that, travel through it.
Oh,
Humanity
so
was
humans
no longer
could-
constricted to their early ways of travel. With warp travel, they could go
Ooh.
anywhere in the galaxy. They equipped ships with gigantic AI machines, with everything you
AI.
would ever need to know about mankind, and sent them out on colony ships to expand their influence across the galaxy. This was truly the golden age of humanity. And with every golden age,
Oh.
there is a fall. While
Oh.
the new
No, not the
human
Berserk.
upstarts of the galaxy were reaching new levels of technology and prowess, the Eldar were engaging in debauchery.
Wait,
What happened?
the Eldar are the bad guys? They sounded pretty okay-ish. Are you telling me the Eldars are bad? Are they humans? Are the humans bad? They're all bad. What do you mean they're all bad? This is Warhammer? So? They're all the bad guys? Oh, okay.
When a species has everything, you can produce unlimited food.
Oh, they get
out of
bored.
nothing.
Maybe.
Your need for farmers and workers, gone. You have
we don't need
dominated
those.
the stars and have created a fast travel system that doesn't rely on the dangers of the warp. You have nothing else to do. You have no struggles, no problems, and
Where do
feel
we
as if
go?
there is nowhere else to go. Well, you begin to experiment. The Eldar started harmless enough.
Let's
You
just
know,
do
you
something
take a
funny, you know?
serious interest in your
Haha.
species' culture, your arts, paintings, poems, plays. These are Eldar, elves. Remember? Their emotions are heightened, more powerful than us humans. So your plays get louder. They start to
Oh.
push on the limits of your hearing ability. Your music becomes different.
Oh
more
my God.
deranged. It pushes the boundaries of what is art. The visual spectacle of
Oh.
art becomes more bizarre, more delusional, more eccentric. And let's not forget a very
Basically, they had to like turn everything up a notch just to feel something because they're dead inside. Is that it? They're just dead inside like us. I need to feel something, man.
important sense. Touch. Pornography is one thing.
Oh, okay.
Brothels is another. What if they all mixed? What if your brothels were part of your art and music? And what if those became more deranged?
Huh?
The boundaries of debauchery were not just met, but shattered. Next thing you know, murder is commonplace.
Oh,
and
you know,
often
this is
mixed
normal,
with
you know,
the
murder.
arts, music, and sex.
Oh,
Pain
okay.
is a common byproduct of entertainment. Whatever sensation you can have must be increased, must be enhanced, must be taken to the limits. The Eldar Empire slipped into a nightmarish realm of debauchery and excess, with the worst of it taking place in a city in the Webway, a black market for these kinds of heinous acts known as Kamara. Some Eldar saw the writing on the wall, saw what was happening to their species and how far they had slipped.
And they were like,
so they
nope,
boarded
I'm out.
continent-sized starships called craft worlds and left their empire.
Yeah, I would too, honestly.
A more enlightened, calmer existence among their peers. Some, those in Kamara, pushed it to even greater heights, relishing the pain and torment they inflicted on those around them. All during this, the warp, the yin to the yang of the world.
What other warp?
Fed
What's the
by
warp
these
doing?
Emotions, by the psychic power of
Oh,
the
they warped
Eldar,
it.
by
They
the
warped the
souls
warp?
taken in these depraved acts on a galactic scale. And just like that, Eldar ended. Slanesh, the fourth chaos god, was birthed into existence and consumed the souls of 90% of the Eldar population. Those that fled were spared the worst of it, and those in the Webway and Kamara were able to stave off the pull of Slanesh so long as they continued to commit horrid acts of torture and violence. But for the majority of the
Wait, did I miss a part? Why did Slanesh decide to eat like 90%? I feel like I missed a step. So, shit went a bit too far. Bam. Slanesh. Eldar goddess is born? Because she could? What the? She was born with that? It just devoured everyone so she could be created? Oh, she needed that much energy or whatever. Huh. Okay. I mean, guys, wait. Where's Slanesh? What the? Is that? Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Way in Kamara were able to stave
Yes,
off
oh,
the
okay.
pull of Slanesh so long as they continued to
Oh,
commit
okay.
horrid
I
acts
see.
of torture and violence. But for the
Am I allowed
majority
to show
of the
that?
Eldar, their empire died with Slanesh's birth. The
Oh.
new fourth chaos god, she who thirsts, the god
Ooh.
of unspeakable excess of pleasure, pain, hedonism, and perfection, had been born. With the
Okay.
fall of the Eldar Empire came the ruin of humanity. Slanesh's birth
Wait,
sent storms in the
humans.
warp across the galaxy, making travel between star systems impossible. Coupled with a huge classic AI rebellion, as a
Oh, yeah,
staple in
the-
these
you know.
sci-fi settings, humanity began to suffer the age of strife. Now, planets that relied on intergalactic travel were
They were cut off.
completely cut
Oh.
off. Long-range messages normally sent through the warp were snuffed out. If
Oh
you
my
were
God.
a planet that was great at mining stuff but couldn't get food, well,
Bye.
you know that movie about the rugby players in the mountains? Oh, and because of these insane warp storms and fluctuations, psychers began to appear among the human population a bit more often. Now, this
Oh, they're
initially
just,
had
you
them
know.
hunted down as witches, because that's
Oh.
pretty common in this setting, but some deemed it right to protect them. Unfortunately for those people, psychers, because they open
they
a
kinda
gateway
strong?
to the warp, don't
Oh.
really know how to use their powers well, and they
Oh.
kind of attract demons who then
You know,
force their way through
it
the
just
psyker as a
happens.
conduit of sorts and begin to slaughter the population of
Oh,
your
yeah,
planet.
I know.
The Age of Strife was a catastrophic period of time for humanity and set
Okay.
back their progress tenfold over the not one, not two, but 5,000-year period.
Did
During
we
this
regress
time, the age of
during this
humanity that we
period?
know began to form. Worlds equipped with
And we
large
know.
mechs for agriculture began to equip them with weapons to defend from
Ooh.
alien and demonic invaders. Over 5,000 years, this became a custom and tradition, dubbing them as night worlds, a feudal
Knights.
society of honor-bound knights in gigantic robots that uphold the chivalric code to defend their worlds and
Yeah.
honor. A group of individuals on Mars, after radioactively bombing
okay.
their planet to become inhospitable to human life, ran their entire lives underground on the few life support systems keeping them alive. Those technicians who could work on the machines and keep them operational were revered and over 5,000 years went from skilled members of society to
Gods.
full-blown priests.
Oh,
the
okay.
Cult Mechanicus, or
Ooh.
tech priests of Mars,
priest.
formed in the ashes of the Red Planet with a religious fervor and doctrine on the cult of the Machine God.
Ooh.
And on
Okay,
Earth,
who's the Machine God,
or
though?
Terra, techno-barbarian
okay.
tribes waged war across
Whoa.
the planet in a Mad Max style of blood and gore, until finally, a mysterious
it's a
man
human.
who
It's a
lived
human.
in the shadows of Terra for millennia finally revealed himself to
king.
the populace. His name was the Emperor.
Oh.
He deemed himself the Emperor
Does he have like an actual
of
name?
mankind. Where did he come from?
Who
I don't
knows?
know. Why is he 10 feet tall and the most powerful psyker of all of
I don't know.
mankind? I don't know. Why is he basically immortal? I don't know. Where'd Cotton Eye Joe go? Who knows? But he's here, and he isn't happy with all of you ripping up Terra. So he began
he's
the
angry.
Unification Wars, where he and a very early version of the famous Space Marines, the Thunder Warriors, reunited Terra under a single banner, with blood.
Oh,
Then,
okay.
after taking over Earth,
Wait, but Terra is just Earth, right? We're talking about just the planet Earth right now? He just reunited that whole planet, everyone in there? Yeah? Okay. Not like, he went to different planets and all. They were like, yeah, let me conquer this too. Earth is there? Okay. If you think about the strongest human alive, the Emperor is your guy. And he's 10 feet tall and a psyker for some reason.
he reunited the Thunder Warriors
Ooh.
into the fucking dirt. This is where we get the
Is that really
Imperium
reuniting
of
them,
Man,
or uniting?
also known as the Imperium. The new faction headed by the Emperor of Mankind, with a treaty signed with the Cult Mechanicus on Mars to spread out and reunite humanity after the catastrophic Age of Strife.
So they
But
were
first,
friends.
The Emperor is going to need some smaller versions of himself. 20 of
Childs?
them. 18 of
Children?
them. I meant gene-crafted sons of the
Ugh.
strongest human to ever live. All of them possess unparalleled strategic power, intelligence.
So like clones? Little clones? Basically? Just different versions of himself? This one is the pretty one. This one is the ugly one. This one is the very smart one. Like that? Kind of clones, but different. Slightly different. Okay. Children, clones, what's the difference, honestly?
Formidable strength and size, a real powerful force to unite humanity and stop the chaos of the current galaxy. Speaking of chaos, you seen that
Chaos.
image of that guy throwing the baby like a basketball? It's about what happened. The Chaos Gods intervened and grabbed the 18 Primarch
they were like, fuck that.
gestation pods
Nuh-uh.
and yeeted them across the
And
galaxy.
those
at a
emperors?
whim,
Yeet.
everywhere they could possibly go. A
Well, shit,
galactic
but then-
game of keep away. So the Emperor
But then every galaxy has an emperor now. Oh my god.
had to get them back. So begins the Great Crusade.
Oh.
A crusade across the stars to reunite not just
Find
humanity,
the children.
but the Emperor with his fallen sons.
Aw.
The first to be found was Horus.
That does not. What?
One of the strongest and most
Oh,
noble
okay.
sons. The Emperor carried with him a legion of newly crafted warriors with genetic material made from their Primarch father. These
Oh.
are the newly made Space Marines.
Oh, so those are also
For Horus is where the
clones or
Luna
something like that.
Wolves. And as the
What?
Emperor
Okay.
continued on his Great Crusade, he found more and more of his sons, reuniting them with their individual Space Marine legions.
Wait, so the Space Marines are made of that Primarch or from the Emperor? So they're like, I don't know, 10% clone of the Emperor or something like that. They are lesser clones like that? Is that it? They're just less cooler clones based on his genes. Okay, so are they then very vaguely related to the Emperor, or do they just have similar genes or something like that? I don't know. How does this work? There are humans that get steroids pushed into them. Huh. They're mutated with the genes. Okay. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Leman Russ, the cunning hunter with the space wolves. Rogel Dorm, the phalanx with the imperial fists.
Ooh.
Angron, the barbarian,
angry
the
as
very
fuck.
angry with
Yeah.
his world eaters.
With a name like that?
Pilgrim, the perfect with
Oh,
his
he's
emperor's
beautiful.
children. And Jagatai Khan, the swift, the Stoic and his white scars. Those were just some of the 18, and
They
one
look
by
very
one
different.
his lost Primarch sons were returned to him, and their Space Marine legions returned to them. The Great Crusade saw humanity once again reconquer the stars, returning worlds of humanity back to the Imperium and killing any and all who stood against their noble crusade. But in the years of the 31st millennia, treachery would break this all apart.
Heresy!
Horus,
no.
the Emperor's
He
most
betrayed?
beloved and favored sons, named War Master for the Crusade, succumbed to the power of chaos and daddy issues. All because of that
the worst
bastard
thing of
Erebus.
all.
Yo, fuck Erebus. Slowly, Horus would become corrupted, turning the Emperor's sons against him. This begins the most pivotal moment in our story, and the one that has like 50 books written about it, the Horus Heresy.
Damn.
9 of the 18 Primarchs turned against the Emperor, and the following years were a bloody battle for the throne of Terra. The Emperor originally was working on a special webway project, just like the Eldar, to make faster-than-light travel significantly easier and safer, really improve humanity to allow them to conquer the stars.
But the children were like, nah.
The warp. Well, this big red idiot named Magnus kind of blew a hole into that, literally and figuratively. So Big E over there is stuck on a gigantic golden
never mind
throne,
then, I guess.
holding back the oncoming rush of demons and powering the Astronomicon. Basically a big North Star for people who are sailing in the warp to help them navigate. The Horus Heresy saw many loyalist and traitor legions pitted against each other in a bloody war until it reached Terra itself. Horus, unable to break through the lines and with time running out, made a gambit and opened his ship up to be boarded. The Emperor took this challenge, quickly allowing someone else to take control of the throne as he teleported his way onto Horus's flagship, the Vengeful Spirit. The Emperor, unable to truly kill his most beloved son.
Oh man. Do you think family therapy would have helped them? Did they need some good old therapy to prevent all of this? Did they just maybe need to talk about their feelings together? Would he not have like turned into whatever this is? No? Oh man. Man. Just need to hook it out. Yeah, I mean, surely they didn't really have a lot of father and son moments together. If you're always conquering and all. They would need a fucking gold therapist. Hey, maybe there can be a new space gold thingamajig. Yeah, the therapist space gold. I mean, they already kind of created one goal, right? Why not another?
Changed his mind right quick when Horus strangled the life out of his other son, Sanguinius.
No!
I'm sure you've seen this image at some point. The Emperor then said, "I'm not gonna sugarcoat it," and proceeded to psychically blast Horus into complete oblivion, killing not only his body,
how dare
but
you
also
kill my
his
older
soul.
son? Oh.
Horribly wounded from this duel, the Emperor is returned to the Golden Throne in order to keep the demons at bay and power the Astronomicon, because without it, humanity would be flying blind. There he sits, slowly dying from his wounds and the strain of powering the Golden Throne. The only thing keeping him alive is feeding upon the souls of 1,000 psychers every single day. This was 10,000 years ago. We are now in the 41st millennium, modern day. Warhammer 40,000.
Yo, 40K! Yo, we made a title drop!
The Emperor remains on his
Oh shit, he's
throne.
still there.
The Imperium is a rotting carcass of an empire, a fascist, xenophobic cult that worships the Emperor as a deity despite him never wanting to be seen as a god. Over the span of 1,000,000 worlds, the ecclesiarchy, the church of the Emperor, is spread throughout. Inquisitors with unparalleled power root out any sign of heresy or lack of devotion to their god Emperor. The other half of the traitor legions move about as Chaos Space Marines.
You know, one thing, guys, is it just me or is this Emperor dude not that crazy, not that bad? I know you guys said like everyone is bad in Warhammer 40K, but from what I've seen, this Emperor dude isn't that bad, is he? Or is he just, or is he evil? or am I misunderstanding? He just kind of went like, yeah, let's conquer shit. He kills a little okay, yeah, at this point he's evil. He's just big E's. Oh, okay, I'm misinterpreting things then. Oh, okay, never mind. He did kill a bazillion people for the expanse of humanity. I guess that's true. You know, I kind of forgot about the genocide part. Never mind. Moving on. No, moving on. Just ignore I said anything. 1K psychers a day for 10. Okay. But like, he didn't want to be seen as a god. And he wasn't doing like Eldar shit, right? It's on the skill, but from humanity's perspective, he's the least evil. Yeah. He has no control over what is happening now. He's just a battery or something like that. Isn't he? He's like fueling that North Star thingamajig. So he's just a battery, isn't he? That's kind of fucked up, man. That's kind of fucked up. Is he dead? Well, he did.
Raiding
and
pillaging the Imperium, while the loyalist half does their best to keep the Empire alive. All throughout this, they must endure orc invasions, Eldar trickery, the reawakening of the Necron race, and the Great Devourer, the newest tyrannid threat from the darkness between galaxies that has arrived to feast on their worlds. The theme of Warhammer 40,000 is regression and intolerance. Every major faction in Warhammer has had an empire that spanned the galaxy only to be crushed back to a hollow shell of what they once were due to their own failings. Culture, the arts, personal freedom, religious tolerance, the simple possibility that alien life might not want to kill us is considered heretical and is often met with a pistol to the head. There is
no peace in this household.
All there is time for is worship of the God Emperor and a million wars to be fought. To be a human in the 41st millennia is 99% of the time to live a horrible existence. To be one of trillions of other humans across a million worlds throughout the galaxy. A galaxy where AI is outlawed, so humans are repurposed and lobotomized to become slaves.
No, AIs are gone.
Where lack of devotion is met with death. And
what happened to
ChatGPT? If you even have devotion, there is a good chance the threats to the galaxy, chaos, and aliens will kill you anyway. Warhammer is a world where you revel in being bad. There are protagonists, there are antagonists, but every faction is some shade of evil. Because playing the bad guys is always more fun. And my friend, you have a selection. So pick up that las gun soldier. You and the other 3 million men and women in this single deployment on this single world in this single battle will now show them the might of the God Emperor. That weapon in your hands has killed 99% of the alien populations in this galaxy. Unfortunately for you, soldier, you're fighting the final 1%. May the Emperor be with us. Glory to the first man to die, for in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that why it's called Warhammer? Because there's only war? Why is there a hammer? Is that it?
Thank you, everyone. I hope I have helped teach you about Warhammer. If you are a brand new person and you want to get a bit more about the world, there are multiple books that do a great job at showing off how the entire universe operates.
Isn't there like a bazillion books?
Warhammer is a setting, and often stories are told in that setting with a Warhammer coat of paint. Gaunt's Ghosts is Band of Brothers, but Warhammer. It's honestly one of my #1 recommendations for new people. Assassinorum Kingmaker is an assassin novel involving those night worlds. This is Mission Impossible, but Warhammer. Bloodlines is Blade Runner, but Warhammer. And the list goes on and on. If I had to recommend a brand new novel for a first-time Warhammer enjoyer, these are the 4 I would recommend. Horus Rising, Caiaphas Cain, First and Only Gaunt's Ghost, and Infinite and the Divine.
I'm gonna need a screenshot of this. Just just for no reason in particular. Screenshotting, one moment. Excellent. Okay, that's pretty interesting.
They are all
Has
fantastic
anyone here read
novels,
the
and they will
books?
get you acquainted with the world without needing to know too much. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Get yourself a Gamer Subs
Yeah,
flavor.
get that Gamer Subs.
Enjoy the new sweet 6-pack. And if you're curious and you want, just a little Lord, you can find him in the description as well.
Thank you,
on
Bricky.
my merchandise store, orchidate.com. Thank you for
Thank
watching.
you, Bricky,
and may
for
the
explaining.
God Emperor be with us.
May the God Emperor be with us. Guys, that was a really fun video to watch. I had a really good time. Only issue though is that there was a lot of information overloads. I don't think I remember half of the terms that were used there already, but that's okay. I'll get there eventually, I think. I'm kind of intrigued by what were they called? The Chaos Gods and the Necrontyr. They both seem pretty interesting. Also, Nurgle. I don't know why, but Nurgle speaks to me. He seems kind of chill. He probably isn't. I don't think anyone is chill in the 40k lore, I assume. But a girl can dream, okay? A girl can dream. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna watch the video that Bricky made about the factions. The video where he explains all of them in multiple parts. It was a lot of hours, I saw that. It's a little intimidating, but I'm gonna try. And guys, if you haven't watched the original video, please go do that. Bricky did an amazing job, so support him, all right? All right. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Take care of yourselves, okay? Bye. Bye-bye.